Wow, so quiet. Oh, sorry. I just hit puberty. Oh, I didn't know you heard that. Well, who's here to raise money? Raise money, money, raise money, money, raise, repeat. That's what we're here to do. That's good to hear. I'm glad everybody's on the same page. Thanks, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm actually Anthony Blubello. This is my lovely wife, better half, Jennifer Blubello. And this is our son, Christopher. He's almost 2. Say hi. Say hello. Everybody's time. Sorry about that, buddy. Christopher is actually named after my brother, Christopher Michael. He is Christopher Anthony, and we named him after my brother, whose story I am here to share with you today. First off, I'd like to thank all the committee members. I think there's not enough thanks you can tell everybody, and the people that were contacting me all the way back in October of last year. There was Shannon, there was Kristen, there was Jamie. I just had like a slight stroke, that's why I made the face. I actually really didn't know their names. But I want to thank everybody. Everybody did such a great job communicating, getting everything together, the food back there, the t-shirts, accommodating him. I had 4 babysitters. Do you know what I paid for daycare? I would kill to have 4 babysitters to watch this little guy while we were running around back there. So thank everybody. I think everybody deserves some applause, and then we can do another one. A little louder, there you go. They're working their butts off. But my story starts with me and my brother. We were born and raised in Miami, Florida. We moved here when I was 6 and he was about 3, and that was about 1987. We moved to Georgia, and that's where I pretty much grew up. And down in Georgia, we went to high school, we played football, we did everything there was to do down there. But unfortunately, my brother came down with leukemia at the tender age of 12, and he was not really doing so well when he was, but he loved sports, loved poetry, loved girls, like any other preteen would. He was a very talented kid, he was very sentimental. He was mama's boy, just like everybody else. Oh, now you want to talk. And he was a very good kid. He was smart, straight A's. If I got all C's, I got a pat on the back. So, my brother was always outdoing me in that way. And, just to give you a little background on him, he was very smart kid, well endowed, had everything going for him. But when he was diagnosed, I remember me and my parents sat down. They actually broke it all to us, and my brother and me, first time they ever told us, and sat us down. And the first thing I thought about was he's gonna die, and that was September 1997. And then we pretty much got really close after that. And when you're 13 and I'm 15 and you're fighting 24/7 and you're not really getting along because you're teenagers. But, it's just one of those things where you go through in life. But he got diagnosed, and then next thing you know, you never know what you got till it's gone. Not even a year later, it was November of '98, he actually wasn't feeling good. They just cleared him right around Halloween. They cleared him and said everything's good. And November 10th, he went to the hospital because he was queasy. My mom drove him to the hospital and passed out in the car there. And next thing you know, curtains are getting shut, and we're at a funeral. So it was just, it was all blink of an eye. And lose your best friend, which wasn't really, it wasn't cool to be your brother's best friend, but he was my best friend once we found out the news, and everybody got on the same page. And but they gave my brother a chance. They gave him a choice, and before he passed away, they did tell him, if you amputated your arm, because he actually died because of leukemia, but he had a tumor on his arm. It was wrapped around his nerve. So they said we can amputate or we cannot. And he said to my parents at 13 years old, I'd rather die with my arm than live without it. So he was a very strong kid, decided to live his life his way, and my parents let him, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. But unfortunately, with him doing what he did, he was able to leave some stuff here. I actually have a poem written by him in his own handwriting, actually dated October 27th, which is very close to his death date, which is November 11th. I'll read it real quick for you guys. It's actually entitled, I'm an Italian and a computer wizard. I wonder if there is life on another planet. I hear sounds of music. I see an angel guarding me. I want to be a pilot. I pretend to be flying an airplane. I feel tingles down my spine. I touch the air and my hand floats through it. I worry what people will exaggerate about me. I cry someday that I might die. I say that there is a God. I say that there isn't one. I dream someday I will meet him. I try to live my life the best way possible. I hope that I make it through chemotherapy. I'm Italian and a computer whiz. The Make-A-Wish Foundation was very gracious to him because he was a computer whiz. Gave him a free computer, gave him all sorts of stuff. You'll see it on the reel when they start playing it. It was very touching. But, you know, everybody throughout the process was very helpful to him. 3 treatments a week he was there. Make-A-Wish Foundation was there. We were at Eggleston Children's Hospital. Like I said, this was down in Georgia. And that's what actually brought me up here, was the events that happened with him and the events soon to come. Unfortunately, you know, other things did happen. 3 months later after that, my mother, who was a breast cancer survivor, actually died of a brain aneurysm, February of '99. And then my dad went through a pretty bad place, had a couple psychiatric wards, if you will, and he unfortunately committed suicide January 2000. So the loss of my whole immediate family is what brought me here today. And it has me with my new family. And that's what brought me up to Pennsylvania, the great Northeast. Beautiful area. I'm a Southern boy, so I bring some hospitality up here. It doesn't seem like anybody else has it that driving. But days and weeks go by that I try not to think about him, my mom, my family. Pictures are filed in an old cardboard box, embedded in dust, sit next to my bed. But memories, happy memories, will never die off. We're all here to help a cause, help children fight. I mean, the children are the start of everything. I mean, we've all started somewhere where we start as a child, so that's where it all starts out, and that's what we're all here to do, is help some children. And I can't think of anything better to do than be here and have all of you do what you do and just keep on going throughout life and just take this with you. And to, you know, to carry around baggage that gets heavy and not have somebody help you do it is impossible. So think about it. I thank my wife more than anything. She's my rock, she's my stool, she's my rocking chair that rocks me to sleep. But so next time you see somebody walking, think about what kind of baggage they're carrying. But I'd also like to say Steve Stafani. It seems like I never mentioned him in all my other years here, but look him up online, see some pictures, get to read a little bit about him. Steve Stafani was a teacher here up until like 2002 when he passed away. But once again, 4 diamonds, thanks FTK. And my last question for everybody here is, who do you dance for? Thanks.